What's up, everyone? This is Sean.Rampersaud here with the LendRamp Mortgage team at TMG, the Mortgage Group. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about another awesome mortgage topic, and it's how to get a mortgage when the bank says no, okay? The bank's not going to say yes to everyone, and that's why we have all sorts of options out there for you so that you can get approved for your mortgage, okay? So first and foremost, I want to talk about the different types of lenders that they have available. So they have bank-only mortgage lenders. Then they have A lenders, which are like Scotiabank, CIBC, that type of thing. Then we have B lenders, which are kind of like secondary lenders, and you need a little bit more down to go through them. And then we have private lenders, okay? As you go down that line, the interest rate goes up a little higher every single time. But we're going to talk about how you can save the most money on your mortgage. Number 2, talk to your mortgage broker and make sure they have access to all lenders, including B lenders and credit unions, okay? So not all brokers are the same. Some brokers have a very limited arsenal, okay? And if they have a limited arsenal, they're less likely to be able to get you approved for a mortgage. So make sure the mortgage broker you're talking to has access to all of these types of products so that they don't have to try to fit you in somewhere, where you just fit right in with a specific lender, okay? Every mortgage lender has niche products, and an experienced broker will understand the niche of every lender, okay? So I'll give you an example of this. If you're an investor and you own 6 properties, a lot of lenders will only allow a person to own 3 properties and use rental income to up their income. I have lenders that will allow 6 properties, 10 properties, so it all depends, and we call that a niche, okay? There's different niches for different things. There's different niches for people that are new to Canada. There's different niches for investors, all sorts of things. So make sure you're working with a broker that has access to tons of products, okay? The smaller brokerages will not have access to as many products as a big brokerage like the Mortgage Group does, okay? Further to that, your interest rate that you'll receive from your mortgage broker could be higher, even at the same lender, if the brokerage is doing lower volumes. So you want to be dealing with what we call a power broker, okay? Somebody that's doing a lot of business with the banks and you are at the bank's highest discount level, okay? Next, make sure you're working with a broker that does high volume. A lower volume broker will not have dealt with as many situations recently as a high volume broker, okay? Scenarios are different with everyone. Whatever you have going on right now is your specific scenario, your specific financing or mortgage scenario, okay? And it's not going to be the same for everyone. So you want to work with a broker that is busy so that they've seen some of these scenarios and they've already done that research. So right away, we're going to know which lender that we're going to have to put you with so that we can maximize speed. Okay, and speed is going to be a thing when you're purchasing a property, because you're going to have a condition date that you're going to have everything done by, or the property could be sold to somebody else. Okay, so speed is going to be a massive thing for you. Just pay attention to it and make sure you're dealing with a broker that knows what's up. Next, apply at credit unions. Okay, so that's one thing that you can do when the bank says no. So basically, I have access to credit unions myself. Not all brokers do. But for example, in Edmonton or in Alberta, we have one mortgage company called Service Credit Union, okay? They're a local bank, but they do have a lot of niche products, and they make it easier for some people to get approved for a mortgage because of their niche products. They're not for everybody though. So talk to a broker that has access to credit unions, okay? Next, purchase properties in major municipalities, okay? So like Edmonton, Calgary, Red Deer, Lethbridge, Toronto, Vancouver, that type of thing. This The reason I'm saying this is because every lender lends in those areas, and you're more than likely to get an exception made because you're in those areas. If you're buying property in, I don't know, Wetaskiwin, for example, there's less lenders that actually lend out there, so your potential approval rating goes down because of that. So one thing that does help when the bank says no is buying in major municipalities. Put 20% down or more. Okay, this really helps. So the reason I'm saying is to put 20% down or more is because that avoids you having to go through CMHC or Sagen or Canada Guarantee, one of the insurance companies for the banks. So if you didn't know this, basically there's these companies, CMHC, that type of thing, and what they do is they insure the bank that you are going to make your payments. If you go into foreclosure and you have a CMHC insured mortgage, basically what happens is the CMHC will be the one that are doing the foreclosure. So the bank is insured. The bank gets their money. They're all good. Okay. So if you put 20% down, the bank has the potential to make some exceptions for you. Such as the debt servicing. They may allow you to go over a little bit. So you could potentially qualify for more if you're putting 20% down. All right. Purchase property in good condition. This is a given. I think everybody knows this, but if a property looks crappy when you do an appraisal or an inspection or that type of thing, that'll be reported to the bank. Okay. Then the bank is going to go, okay, this property is in crappy condition, and it makes it hard for them to get you an approval. So you want to buy property that is in better condition for the most part, or you get it cleaned up and you make everyone aware of it, and that'll help for sure if the bank is saying no. Temporary financing through a private lender or a B lender. Okay. So if your scenario doesn't allow for you to get approved at a bank today, or if the closing's in like 3 days and that's the only way you could have won this property, then we can get you temporary financing through a bank or through a B lender. Okay. They're a lot faster, and then we can flip you over to a regular bank afterwards. So once your scenario, I don't know, I guess clears up, but that'll help for sure. Next, leverage grants such as the first-time homebuyer incentive and the RRSP program. So I just did a mortgage for a client. He was approved up to, I think, $300,000, and he wanted to buy a property. It was like $330,000. Okay, so he went out and he put this offer to purchase in, and he was previously approved through another broker as well for $300,000. I was able to get him approved for that $330,000 because I got him 10% grant from the government in the first-time homebuyer incentive, and that allowed him to get approved for a larger amount. It also helped him get lower payments for the course of his mortgage. So talk to your broker about that if you don't know about any of the first-time homebuyer incentives or grants available to you. Again, this is another one of those things where you got to deal with a broker that knows what they're doing, knows how to get you approved. I could definitely help you with that, and I'll have all of my contact information in the comments below. Next, make sure your mortgage broker have submitted your application to all 3 insurers. We're not supposed to do this, but I do it anyway. So basically what I do is I make sure that we have touched every single lender possible in order to get you approved. So one might decline you, one insurer might decline you for whatever reason, I don't know, collections or whatever that might be. I make sure I hit all the insurers to ensure that I've done everything I can to get you approved. Another thing that I do differently than most mortgage brokers is I pull 2 different credit bureaus, your TransUnion and your Equifax, and I have lenders that will work both. Most mortgage brokers only have access to the Equifax credit bureau. I have access to both. So I've won a lot of deals this way where customers have been declined by their banks or other brokers, and I was able to get it done because I have access to those credit bureaus, and I touch on every insurer. Okay. Oh, one's a funny one. Talk to a broker that likes to get paid and likes to get shit done. Okay. A lot of bankers, brokers out there in the world. There's thousands and thousands of them. Some of them will like to dilly-dally and waste time. Make sure you're dealing with someone that likes to get shit done. Okay. I get a credit application this morning. I'll have a pre-approval for you this afternoon. Sometimes I get a live deal, an offer to purchase on my desk in the morning, and I have it approved by the afternoon. Okay, that happened to me today, for example. So make sure you're dealing with somebody that likes to get shit done. Again, my name is Sean.rampersaud. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. If you like the video, can you please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button? And please comment below any questions that you might have about getting approved for a mortgage. So shoot me a comment, and I'm happy to respond back. I'll put all my contact information below. If you do have any questions, please go ahead and call me. My number is 780-278-4847. Thank you very much for your time, and have a good day.